Last night, 60 Minutes, the big Gable Tostee interview. Everyone been waiting on this one. His first time speaking, even after the trial, found not guilty, of course. He said nothing. So this was his first chance to put his side of the story out. I don't know what you made of it, Sam, but man, there just seems still to me to be so many unanswered questions.
Yeah, and I think, they could have pressed a little bit harder on some things that he was saying, and for him to he got apparently a six-figure sum to do the interview in the first place, and you think about that poor girl and her family who, they've got to live the rest of their lives. She's so young, she's died, very tragic, and he's getting paid like a ridiculous amount of money to talk about.
And Warina's
this.
rights parents were contacted to comment about the story, and they chose not to.
Fair enough.
One of the big things for me, of course, how he was found not guilty, cleared of all charges, was this recording that he's recorded almost the entire night on his phone, which is a weird thing to do. And he was asked about why he did it.
Obviously, I used to go out quite a lot drinking. I don't have the best memory when I drink. I mean, recording your night out is as easy as pressing a button and leaving your phone in your pocket. It's more of a just-in-case thing.
Just in case what?
Just in case what, exactly. And if you're the type of person who needs to have that recording because you forget things, then that's not a good place to be. And especially he was saying or admitting to the fact that he had homemade alcohol, homemade vodka, essentially moonshine that they've been drinking on the night is not a good thing as well. Then of course there was the when Warina tragically fell.
Yes.
His first thought was to call his lawyer.
Yeah.
And he's recorded that phone call. The guy doesn't pick up. So then he goes for a walk instead for half an hour. And he was asked, why didn't you call an ambulance? Why was that not the first thing you did?
What had happened, and there's nothing an ambulance could do to change that.
But you don't know that.
Exactly. That was a really scary response because you think, what if you had called an ambulance straight away, what could have happened? Maybe, she's still at a pulse. Maybe she's, you just don't know. Obviously it was a very high fall, but you can't help but think, yet you would still straight away, you would call 000.
The weird thing for me is there's all this stuff that's there to say, like he's called his lawyer. He's recorded the whole thing. She's fallen and he hasn't called 000. But he's saying, but I was worried that, it looks suspicious. The place is a mess. She's fallen off a balcony. What's their first thought going to be? But then, mate, if you didn't do it and you can say, but then here's all the evidence to say otherwise, then why didn't you pick up the phone to go, but it's okay because I've got the whole thing on my phone to prove that I didn't do it? Normally in that situation, which is why most people are going, oh, yeah, sure, I get why he behaved while he did, because you're drunk on illegal alcohol. There's been an incident. A woman has fallen and it seems tragically, oh, my God, it's going to be pinned on me. Sure, if you haven't recorded the whole night like he has.
Yeah.
What an odd individual this guy is.